What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Colum Tyrrell Podcast. Today's guests, two very funny Austin comedians, CJ Landry and Dylan Sullivan. These are two really, really funny stand-up comedians. They're very fucking good. I got to work with them at the mothership down in Texas, Joe Rogan's mothership, and these guys were goddamn fucking funny comics. So give them a follow. You might not know them. They're not really the ones that are pushed out of Austin, but hopefully with this episode you'll enjoy it. And that's it. Go follow the boys. Enjoy the episode. Don't forget to do all that like, share bullshit. All right. Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Colum Tyrrell Podcast. Two guests that you guys will not know who they are.
Thanks, Colum.
Well, listen, there are very funny people in Austin, and you guys don't have any ailments, and you're not getting wheeled out onto Kiltony.
That's
so you guys don't really, the masses do not.
I need an outlet, and this is it. And I'm so happy that you invited me.
Dylan Sullivan, CJ Landry. Are you guys in Austin? We're in Austin, by the way, for people listening, if you can't tell from my attire. Were you guys in Austin before the fucking pandemic, or did you guys come in with the gold rush?
No, I moved here January 2021. I moved out here after the pandemic from LA. I was in LA before with I was a door guy at the Comedy Store, and then I moved over when nothing was happening.
Yeah, same here. I wasn't a door guy, but I was in LA for I think it was like 8 months, and then
did you miss it?
The pandemic happened, and then I stayed for a few more months, and I was like, I gotta go home. I lived like all over for a while. I went back to Louisiana for a minute to stay with my mom, just get my mind together because I lost like all of it, and then I moved to Florida for a month, bounced around Texas, just landed in Austin.
Well, everyone listening, make sure you check out these two boys. Very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of people in Austin that people don't know who are so funny. You know what I mean? Just like you got the few people that are kind of pushed, I guess, or whatever, blowing up. You guys are really, really fucking funny.
Thanks, man.
I feel like you guys should be more of a face of this community out here.
Oh, thank you, Colum. If you could tell the others.
yeah, please spread the word.
Do you want me to ring Adam? Adam, I think you need to start pushing these guys. Well, he recommended when I had my show out here for St. Patrick's Day, he recommended you two. So I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then you two are great.
What a fun day that was.
That was a fun day. Were you on Molly that time?
Acid.
Were you?
I was drunk. I was drunk for your first show, and then I took acid in between, and then when we did the second one.
Hell yeah.
It was a good old day.
Yeah, that was an
unforgettable
set. Oh, my God.
That was a fun-ass day. Yeah. First time anyone's ever celebrated St. Patrick's Day in Texas, maybe.
You still drinking stuff, right?
I do. I'm taking it easy. I'm selective with my battles.
Okay.
That's it, because this is my first year really going on the road, and I used to just drink every single time I was on the road, and now I'm like, this year I'm like trying to pick my battles.
So how do you pick them?
So last weekend I was sober in Tulsa, Oklahoma. This weekend I'm gonna go to Chicago, somewhere close to Chicago.
That's sober. A fun drink city.
No, I'm staying sober.
Okay.
I'm avoiding it. The Midwest is, you gotta booze up in the Midwest, but I'm going to a Mets game when I get home, and I'm gonna get fucking obliterated. So I'm saving 2 weekends worth of alcohol will be in one Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get fucking ripped. Yeah. I am not gonna remember a fucking inning.
Now that I think about it, I never planned to get blackout hammered, but that's cool.
No, I'm embarrassed. I'm not gonna embarrass myself.
No.
Yeah, I'm getting fucking like shotgunning.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I just ended up getting blackout hammered. I never like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get arrested tonight.
Oh no, that's bubbling.
I have the same thing. I feel it and I go, whoops. Yeah. I already am apologizing for the things I'll do, all that shit.
Yeah. Everybody, this is a pre-apology. Yeah.
Dude, I relapsed hard this last couple weeks. I was doing so good for like 6 months, and then I was
not boozing.
I just booze.
Slowing it down.
Slowing it down.
Slowing it down is as good as They say a change is as good as a rest.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's it. I used to work in a bar, and all the Irish boys would come in, and then they'd always drink the same thing. And then one day they'd come in and they'd have a different beer. And I'm like, what's going on? They go, a change is as good as a rest. So in their brain, they're like, well, I usually drink fucking Amstels, but now if I'm drinking Budweiser, it's like,
I do the same thing, but with hard liquor and beer.
Yeah.
I go, look at me being good today. I just had beer. Who wouldn't?
Yeah, if you don't,
my cutback is beer.
When you go through the phase of not doing shots and just crush it, but truly though too, if you can just drink beer, I think your life is fine.
Who are you hurting?
Yeah, you could drive. You could do like, you're not really.
You could do a lot.
If you can avoid the shots, I think your life is not bad.
No, because when you're beer, it's just you're operated on good moods only.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. And I like a light beer. I like drinking 25 beers.
Yeah.
Fucking whatever.
Yeah,
You
make
know,
a day of it.
Have you
Exactly.
Have you been to Kelly's in town?
No.
An Irish bar.
Never
Dude,
been.
everybody there is like Irish, like full.
Is that a little bit out of town?
No, it's I think it's like
right
off,
in the city.
yeah, no, it's like a little out of this downtown area, but it's not far. I think it's like probably 10.
There's a spot that's like probably about 15-minute drive, I think, somewhere that I googled, but they have Irish music. Like every Wednesday night, they have. Like
Yeah, that's probably
They
it.
have a
Yeah,
trad
yeah.
session. They get like a bunch
That's
of Irish
probably
guys.
it.
They all fucking whip out the fiddle
they're
and sing about
so-
the famine and
Yeah.
fuck the queen. And everything. That's a good drinking session right there.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
like incredibly nice.
Yeah.
There, like there's like just sweet little Irish lady that I was at the bar getting a Guinness. I never had one, and they like
Whoa.
take the time, like they like
Yeah.
let it sit.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
do the whole
yeah.
thing, and
They get a little pretentious about it. I'm not the
oh,
lie.
she's very.
They
oh,
get
they're
a little.
very
It's a little
pretentious.
much. You know what I mean?
They're very
But,
pretentious.
but I'm in that crew. I'm
Oh, yeah.
a Guinness snob.
Oh,
so
yeah.
But I'm aware that we're fucking cunty.
No, yeah, I'm sitting
aware-
at the bar. I'm like, I
know.
should have
you
gotten.
know. Yeah.
I should have
But
gotten
it's-
Dos Equis, maybe. I don't know. This is
I
taking
know,
a minute.
but we all kind of, like if you ordered a wine and they gave it to you in like a fucking mug, like
I
a
know,
coffee
yeah,
cup, you'd be
yeah.
kind of mad. It's the
Yeah,
same with
yeah.
Guinness. There's these, but it's enjoyable to allow yourself to be a bit of a shithead.
Yeah.
Like just allow yourself. You know when you drink wine, you go, yeah, that'll do, and you sort
Yeah.
of just play the part of a fucking.
Yeah, they do
well,
the
have
whole-
the thing as best as you can have it.
Yeah, to a degree. But realistically, we're just alcoholics, and we're kind of trying to make it seem like we're more like cultured or something. You're like, no, this is a real.
Yeah,
Let it
savor
breathe,
it.
all
yeah.
that type of bullshit. Yeah.
I'm
You gotta chug it
enjoying
to the
art.
G. I was like, all right, chug it to the G. But the lady,
Oh yeah, chuck it to the G. Is that what you said it?
yeah,
I like that.
What is it called?
What
you call
they
it?
say split the G. A
Ah,
lot of
split
times.
the G,
But
okay.
you chuck it to the G is so much more fun.
so
Do you
she,
know the G thing? So basically, there's every Guinness has like a harp and a G on the side of it, and the whole idea is that with your first gulp, you should drink it to right where it's like between the G and the harp. It's like that's like the perfect gulp. It's like a fictionally bullshitty thing, but
That's the way to do it.
it's like a play. It's like a game people play because whoever can get it most accurate. Now the truth is you should only like the old school Guinness drinkers in Ireland. It will be 4 gulps or whatever. That'll like the whole. They only drink it 4 times. They'll let it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Every 10 minutes they'll just go go, and then just fucking lop it down. Fucking love Guinness. I'm gonna relapse.
So badass.
It's the best. It's the best.
No, but they had this lady. She was so nice. She walked up and she had a framed picture, and she was talking to me like she's been knowing me for years too. That's the other. I don't know if it's like an Irish thing,
A little charm.
but she just like walked up. She's like, "This is an Irishman. He knocked out Mike Tyson." I was like, "Oh, cool. All right."
What? She introduced you to a guy who knocked out Mike Tyson?
Yeah,
So
she had like a framed picture of him knocking him out. And she was
Oh.
like, he sent it to us. He's an Irishman. She kept saying Irishman over and over. I was like, that's awesome.
There was an Irish dude who fought Mike Tyson like his last ever proper professional fight.
Yeah, that's what it was. And
Yeah.
it's like he signed it, I guess,
Yeah,
and then
I
like
can't
sent it
remember
to
that
her.
guy's name.
She like couldn't believe it. She's like, we're gonna hang it up.
Yeah, but that
Like,
was
awesome.
like that wasn't like in the. I get it, but he was like Tyson was like 42.
Yeah. I
Like,
know.
and the guy
She was so happy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Mike Tyson. She kept
Yeah,
saying that.
25 years after the fucking.
It was so funny.
What,
You know, this bar is like 10 minutes away, Colum.
Kelly's?
Yeah.
Fuck. Should we
Yeah.
just go and get fucking.
I
just-
think so.
Just abandon the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Just 20 years from now, it's gonna be some like. Just like some douchebag bar. I'm like, that's Jake Paul.
Yeah,
He knocked
you're
out
right.
Mike Tyson.
Sorry to interrupt the podcast, fellas, but I have shows to plug, and if you're not coming to those shows, I won't make any money. So come see me on the road. Coming up, we got Nashville, Tennessee, October 3rd. Burlington, Vermont, October 20th. Me, Lil Sass, and friends. That's going to be a lot of fun. Then I'm in Galway, Ireland for the Galway Comedy Festival, October 24th through 25th. Pennsylvania, November 16th. Detroit, November 22nd, 23rd. And Cleveland, Ohio, November 24th. Loads more dates available on my website, columtyrrell.com. and 2025 is already shaping up. So come see me on the road. Appreciate it. Back to the show. But I am very tempted to just fucking throw away all my plans for the rest of the day and just get fucked up. Just
No, we should.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm saving it for the Mets game.
Yeah,
take it all out. I'll take
save
it
the
out.
fun for the fun.
Yeah, I mean, next time you're here, they have that Dead Rabbit or something. It's on 6th, right by the club, right by the Mothership. It's an Irish bar. It's a New York bar too.
Oh, I know it. Yeah. They
just opened it.
Yeah, I used to drink there all the time in New York.
What's
great.
the deal with the sawdust on the floor though? That kind of threw me off.
It's kind of a gimmick, but I guess in theory what they said was back in the old taverns, they would have sawdust on the floor because people would walk in off the street and they'd have like cow shit. No, they'd have the vomit is one thing, but they'd have cow shit and shit all over their.
So it would cake up the cow shit.
Some bullshit like that.
Yeah. I mean, it stunk. I walked in there, it smelled like a stable. I was like, "What's going on?"
No, but isn't that great?
I don't know. I was like, "This is a lot." It stunk. It smelled like Home Depot. When I walked in, I was like, "Wow, this is a lot." I thought. But yeah, I thought it was like new construction because it was a brand new building, brand new bar. I thought maybe it was like construction thing.
No, that's.
He's like, no, it's gonna be like this forever.
Well, they stopped doing it, I think, in New York eventually. I think they sort of just because they have to sweep that up every night and they put it back down every day. It's like after a while they're just like, fuck.
And it's kind of slippery. I'm in there.
It kind of is slippery, right?
I'm kind of hammered. I'm like, I don't know. This is dangerous.
Well, the problem is that's a fucking place that's kind of posing as like an old speakeasy spot. You know, I love. There's a difference when you go into these bars and you know this is a real dive bar and this is like just posing as a dive bar, you know. Has like some sort of blackberry IPA in a mason jar is like in this like cool dive bar. When the real dive bars is like someone sneaking in Everclear, you know. It's just like sad. It's sad.
Yeah.
There's a sadness to the bar that I miss.
But that's what's so charming about it. You know,
the sadness. Absolutely. There used to be a bunch of pubs, and this is where I'm going for the Mets game because I'm moving from New York to New Jersey, just the other side. So I'm not gonna go to all these old pubs I used to go to. But before COVID, there was all these dive bars in a place called Woodside, and they were just great dingy places. And you'd go in at any time of the day, there'd be 10 people sitting there. You know, it was just any time of day. I mean, 7 a.m. We used to stand outside waiting for them to open at 7 a.m. because we would have a different bar. We'd stay there after hours. That would close at like 6, and then we'd all go and have a coffee and a cigarette and then wait for them to open at 7. Which I can't even imagine the world of being a bartender, opening up at 7 and seeing 10 people standing outside. You go, fuck. Because they're on it. They're all, the jaws are going nuts. They're fucking.
It's just alcohol.
They all just order waters and fucking put on dance music at the jukebox. And you're like, Jesus. But during COVID, all the owners then, obviously COVID stopped, everything closed down. The owners had nothing to do, so they all kind of renovated and cleaned everything out. And then you show up and you're like, oh, this is nice now. I don't want to drink at 8 a.m. and fucking forget about my life in a nice place. You want to go to a dingy spot with cigarette burns where you don't feel like.
Nothing pisses me off more than an electronic jukebox. That's what I feel like that was on that like revamp, and I was like, you know, you got to scan an app. It's
they
like,
love it. Yeah, that's huge
up.
in New York, I guess. Yeah, but you are right. But the endless possibilities of the endless possibilities of an electric one. If the old school one,
but it's like
it's brown-eyed girl. All
but that's part of it.
I think you're right. Yeah, putting in the money and
the part of it,
flicking through the thing.
Right. As having 20 albums to choose from that no one's ever heard of, and then
get the worst Johnny Cash album.
Exactly. All the B-sides.
Yeah, it's either depressing or it's like disco, and you're like, all right, fuck it.
Yeah, that's true. That's so funny. Yeah, I never liked paying for something that's like, oh, this is just like Apple Music. And it's like, this is just like I'm paying to use like Spotify in your bar. It's not really like anything special.
Yeah, but there is something about when you hit that, when you do DJ.
Oh yeah.
And when wherever you are, a party with the aux cord or when you're at the jukebox, if you hit it and you catch the room, you do go, you feel like all knowing, all powerful. I could read the room. I knew you guys would love Madonna right now. I knew you'd love Madonna right now.
Mr. Brightside.
I'll go. That's a fucking hacky. That's a hacky choice. I love it.
I keep that in my back pocket all the time.
Do you? That's your secret weapon. The international go-to wedding song.
You're just like scanning the room like, this is the right amount of white people for this.
Yeah, mine is Sweet Caroline. That's in my back pocket.
I know, but I mean, it's like we call it hack, but it's hack for a reason.
For sure. Yeah, McDonald's, whatever. I'm like that. Like wedding music where it's like cheesy. That is my go-to. Yeah, for sure.
It's funny that there's those people that like to hit the room right, and then there's also the guys that just were like, let's fuck up the vibe. There's dudes that do that too, where they'll just put a whole album of just trash.
Yeah, just some heavy metal. You're like, Jesus.
And they just leave. They just leave with it. It's all fucked up.
The best is if you ever see it. Is when someone puts on like an obscure song that you would never think of, but it catches the fucking room, like some sort of weird song by like the Drifters, under the boardwalk or something maybe, and then it works. You go, fuck, that was a good one. He took a gamble. He took a risk.
Big risk that it paid off.
Yeah, I don't know why we feel so. It's like obviously they're popular songs, but when you put it on, you do feel like.
I took a chance.
I did that. I didn't.
Only I could pull off.
You idiots!
You
have no taste. You have no taste. We're so cocky about it.
Just some guy in the corner of the bar. I own you.
Yeah. Dance puppets. Dance. I'm a master in psychology right now. Yeah, we feel so fucking cocky about that.
That's wonderful that you're going back to the Jersey bars.
I'm going back to the Queens bars because that's where I used to live. I'm leaving Queens, go to New Jersey. So that's it. Get into my Tony Soprano era.
That's fun. Why did you make that move?
It's where my fiance's family is from, so she wants to move back closer there. And you got to pick your battles, you know what I mean? She already has no money because of me. So it's like, all right, you can see your sister more often.
I'll allow it.
But I was dragging my feet, going, no, I don't want to. But how are you guys doing? Are you busy on the road? What's going on?
What
the fuck is going on?
Some road stuff.
I don't do fucking anything.
You don't,
I need to post clips or something and get out of this city. But I know I got to get out of the city. I'm trying to be on the road more. I want to go to bad rooms.
Travel. I'm always on the road. If you ever see a weekend, either of you guys want to come along, you're more than welcome. It will be brutal. It will be absolutely brutal.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Like, it's brutal.
Though. That's fun, though.
I just had Dean Stanfield with me in Tulsa, and luckily we actually both got our own room.
Nice.
So it was actually a nice weekend. But I said beforehand, this will be one of those weekends, bro. It's like, you don't leave Tulsa, Oklahoma, and go, can't wait to get back. That's not. We're doing a loony bin.
Yeah.
A loony bin.
Yeah.
When it's named after a wacky place, watch out. He might say stuff about Kamala Harris. Whoa.
I'm literally doing it next
because they never actually want wacky.
No. They want you to be the most cis white male you've ever seen in your life.
Right down the middle.
Absolutely the most Christian conservative values of all. They want you to do Polish people are stupid jokes. That's all they want.
Yeah. Right. How's Zany?
Zany's another. Ooh, we're all nuts. The nut house.
Yeah. It's just the most corporate thing you've ever been to in your life.
Yeah, and then you show up and you go, don't mention Jesus.
Yeah.
But I've had some bleak weekends, man, where it's just like, fuck. Mm-hmm. And you go get fucked in the ass, and then you come back, and how's your weekend? You're like, it's good enough.
Yeah. What's
better than not doing it.
Yeah. What do you, is there a recent one that you go,
Oh, where did I get fucking broken in? Was fucking. I think Greensboro. I did a couple in Florida. But that's my own fault too, because I go into the Florida rooms going, I'm not doing it. I'm doing my act, and they're all like 80.
Yeah.
They're retired. They're snowboarders. They're just literally going out to comedy on a Wednesday because they've only got a certain amount of Wednesdays left. So they can't just truly they want to.
So they want to have it to be nice.
Let's just leave the house because honestly, we've been indoors a lot, and then they'll come see me, and then I'm like trying to justify pedophilia as like a kind of challenging bit.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do your usual dating app stuff. I'm not. And then I'm just like ruining their last.
And they don't.
Their last nights on Earth is like just ruined by me.
They want the hack.
They just want the hack, and but it's my own fault for trying to not be that. Yeah. So now I'm getting better. Just take it easy.
Lean into the job.
Just take the wins and have a couple of jokes when you can. It just you got to do like 5 for them, 1 for you. Whereas I'm like
5 for the one.
Yeah, or whatever. But so some of the Florida ones are bad. But then I did like Greensboro and Carolina.
Where's that? Oh,
North Carolina. One of the Carolinas. That was a fucking weekend of And then there was like no security at the club or anything. People are literally just talking for the whole show.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
literally just the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm in a 500-seater room and there's 4 people there and they're not even paying attention to the show. And I'm just like 10 minutes in going, oh. That's most of it. That's most of my jokes.
Yeah,
man.
I did Fort Worth maybe a couple months ago. It's just like
Fort Worth, Indiana is a brutal.
no, in Texas, right outside of Houston.
Okay,
or Dallas. And dude, it's just no security. There's just a server that comes in every once in a while and sees like the heckle and nah.
Yeah.
There was a guy that said, this is where it devolved to in the show. By the end of the show, I said, if I can do 10 push-ups, will you shut the fuck up and leave?
That was your begging?
Yeah. I'll
suck your cock.
I'll suck anything, man. I literally was like wagering push-ups to get him out of there because the staff wasn't doing anything because they don't give fuck all, you know. And then there's a TikToker in the room over that sold out 300 people. And they're like, whatever you need, you know. So fun, dude.
There's nothing worse than when we said, we had Jimmy Haha here last night. Sold the place out. Sold 10 grand in merch.
He danced half the time. He was like, oh, man.
We booked him to do an hour. He did 10 and left. You know, like, all right.
I've always, as I came up as a comedian, I always thought I'll never be that. And the more that I'm not that, I'm like, that I should have done that.
There's nothing wrong with just shamelessly going for success. Truly.
Yeah, right.
Truly.
Right.
When you're in the fucking jacuzzi at night, there's no such thing as being a hack or anything. When you're sitting there in your fucking nice penthouse apartment or whatever, and you've got a nice expensive bottle of wine in the fridge, fuck the idea of anything else.
And you trip, but you're insured. So, you know. Man, what a time. But you strike me as someone that loves the hell gig. You're kind of like a monster.
Well, I kind of maybe I've got a justification in my brain that it's like this is just what you got to go through to fucking get out of it. Which I'm so happy to be just a full-time comedian. Genuinely, I'm always reminding myself.
Yeah,
and you did it full column.
What the fuck, dude?
Sorry, I gotta take this.
No. Dude, if you want, it could be something good. You should have checked who it is. It could have been Rogan.
Yeah, well,
I just had Jordan Peterson drop out.
Too bad, buddy. I'm podcasting with Colum.
Sorry, this is the real. This is the real shit.
Yeah, I don't sell out.
I would be mad if you fucking stayed here. I'd show up. It's me, Dylan.
So what are you doing for the rest of your time?
Not doing much. I was thinking about heading out to this lake, Ladybird Lake.
Oh, great.
Beautiful.
Is that where the serial killers dump all the bodies?
Yeah, if you go to that during the day, you're good.
But yeah,
well, I want to see the serial killer. So wait, because I noticed, is it real? Is it not real? Because I remember hearing college kids keep going missing? It's just been talked to death, by the way.
More than just college kids. But yeah, it's like a lot of.
So you think college kids are jumping in the river and then getting caught under like an undercurrent or something, or do you think some dude is?
No, there was a guy who like pushed a couple people, but I think there was a whole documentary of it on YouTube. I've been like pushed them down, off a bridge. But
I think it's a serial pusher.
Yeah,
I think that's what it really is. I think it's a guy that sees a drunk guy and go, I'll push him in that lake.
Because it's like a prankster.
Yeah,
like look at this.
Prank's gone too far.
It's like an Elk Bros thing.
Oh, that drunk piece of shit! I'll push him in the lake.
Just kick him down the lake. Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah,
that would be crazy if that's the serial killer. It's just a guy that's like, I got him again.
Yeah. Yo, guys, what's up? New clip every day. Today we're going down to the lake. We're gonna see who we can push into. Yeah, hell yeah.
Some TikToker.
And then some old man gets pushed down the fucking river. Goddamn kids.
But they do kind of wind up being dead.
Yeah.
I love that, Your Honor. I only pushed him. The river killed him.
Yeah.
You know, like guns don't kill people.
That's right.
The river kills. I didn't know he was too drunk to not swim.
Yeah.
Well, they had that one guy that went go see. He was going to see Tom Segura, and then I guess he was like on his way to the show or something. And then he
I don't know why that made me laugh.
Fell in the river.
Just a specific, just one guy. I think it's my favorite comic. Finally, I'll skip down by the river. Nothing can harm me today. Not my favorite comedian.
And then he like woke up like 2 days later or something out of a coma, and he was just like, "Oh shit, what happened?" And then
they pulled him out of the river.
Yeah, he like woke up like out of a coma, and he was like fine. But
Did I make? Is it still time to go to the show?
They're like, nah, dude. No. Yeah, there was theories that it was Tom Segura was the Ripper on YouTube, but that was what it was about.
Truly so funny. Someone did say that to me before in the past about if Joe Rogan was the serial killer, would be the most funny, interesting thing of the history of mankind. I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The most powerful dude in the somehow was just sneaking out and karate kicking cunts into the fucking into the river. And you're like, why? He's just like too many cold plunges.
This is what I trained for.
All of these bodies have a horse kick in them.
Yeah. There was the traces of onyx found.
Oh man, that would
dude. If Rogan became a serial killer, truly, I can't even imagine how funny and entertaining that would be.
Oh yeah,
it would just be so beyond crazy.
They just find
it trickled down to the podcast
guy.
too. Like everyone would have stuff to talk about for a year.
Yeah. Suddenly Tony is like, I never liked him. Everyone starts pushing their way back from him. I love it. You know, whenever a comic gets found out for something, you're like, oh, I always thought he was just friends with all those little girls. I didn't know. I barely even talked to the guy. It's like he was your best man at your wedding. Oh, that was for publicity.
It is always funny to see the backup.
Just pushing your way out of frame. You're just Joe Stalin with all the old photos.
It just crops out. Amazing, dude.
I'm gonna double down. None of my friends have ever really been cancelled for anything like fucking horrific.
Who is a Colum Tyrrell fan?
Fan?
Yeah.
Friend?
Fan.
Oh,
what's your fan?
Fans are usually just the typical incel-y kind of white dudes.
Yeah, it's like a lot of. Is it like a lot of the
respect?
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Well, do you swing both ways? Are you a bit of a? Are you bi or no?
No, I'm just gay.
Just gay.
But I'm trying not to be. I think I'm gonna go back and
get back in the puss.
He didn't go back.
Yeah.
I mean, you've given the puss another shot.
Yeah,
I get it.
It's been a while. Try to get back. You know,
you never liked it at all? Did you like it?
I never tried it.
Oh, you never even tried?
Yeah, I don't know if it's ever going back.
It's not going back if it's just a brand new. I'm getting back into it.
It's a new venture.
Yeah,
it's Everest.
I get it. You know.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'll go back. Maybe I won't. But I think
whatever. You know what I mean?
There's time, and if it's great, you know. Wow.
Yeah, you're missing out on it.
Yeah, and then I, get to try it for the first time, and then change myself.
Well, here's
completely.
what you could do: is if you secretly found out that you liked it, you would what you should do is keep that as a secret. Then you tell all these girls, you go, "Hey, listen, I just want to try it one time, and I think you're super hot, and I think we have that connection. Would you just try it with me?" And then, but you did that to like loads of girls. You know? It's your first time, and you fuck the living shit out of them. You know, you're making them come. You have all these techniques. And they're like, "You're so naturally good." Oh yeah, that's just how I always do with the dudes.
Yeah, let's watch videos.
Jessica, you're so wanderlust to me, and it just it makes me want to see it. You want to explore yourself, and I want to help. Yeah.
Well, look, give it a go. Get out there.
Thanks,
you know
man.
What I mean? Why not? See what happens. You might fix yourself. You might save yourself.
Yeah, that's right.
Instead of going to hell.
Go back to God.
Go back to Jesus.
Go God and all that pussy.
God through the pussy.
Yeah.
That's so funny to be at the gates of fucking heaven, and then replaying your tape, and they're like, "Whoa, God, bad first half performance." That's a lie.
Yeah, it was just a setup, baby.
Listen, if God didn't want us to fuck, man, he wouldn't have made it possible, I think, right? Surely.
I think so.
Same with kids, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Well, what was realistically, how old were they marrying each other when they're like when the Bible was written? What was the average age?
Probably like 10 years old.
What was the average life expectancy? 22? You know what I mean?
Something like that. It was like people in
like
the Bible.
30s.
It was like 30. It was like
Jesus died at what? 30 something.
30.
Yeah, but not natural causes.
No, but had he lived to the long old
yeah,
age
he would have only died. He would have died 5 days later of natural causes.
Yeah, it's like assassinating Biden.
Yeah. It's like, what are you really doing? Who's really killing who?
Yeah, and the poor guys who had to kill him were just like felt real guilty. He's so old. Look at him. He's got back pain. He's got some grays showing.
Right.
Were
Were you religious? Did you grow up religious?
grew up in like semi-religious, that Catholic kind of way in Ireland, where it's like you would go, but like realistically you didn't really believe it, and it was like fizzling out. You know, the priests had their way with too many boys.
Yeah.
One too many.
Did the Irish people turn on them?
Yeah.
Really?
In the 90s, yeah.
What do you mean What do you mean?
Well, in the 90s, it was just such a big, huge cover-up for generations that the priests were fucking going nuts. And then during the 90s, two things happened. All of the reports came out that, you know, all these molested kids who are now adults got together and they were like, yo, this is what happened. And they all finally spoke out.
Yeah.
So that was a huge, big scandal kind of finally came out that everyone knew about. Everyone knew about. It was like an open secret. It was like, be careful, don't go near the priests. And then eventually, it's not like, and it happens all the time in society, right? Where people are like kind of just like, that's kind of just what happens. And then eventually it gets exposed and you're like, yeah, that was kind of fucked up.
I feel like in Louisiana they just released a list of like 20 priests.
Yeah, like
2 years
they
ago.
were just released SNL's new cast today. It's like, it's like
they
drop all the other priests go over and top 10 priests to watch out
made the
from.
list.
Yeah, it's just a priest in front of
posting on their Instagram. Yeah.
10 priests you should know not to leave with your kids.
It's just a priest with like a peacock background. They give him the red carpet treatment.
Yeah, no,
He's a real up and comer, this guy.
I feel like they just turned a blind eye. They keep going to church. They're just like, those guys are weird. Fuck those guys.
I'll tell you what. Good old Christianity, or at least the Catholic Church. They're the old pro. They're old money. They don't just disappear. It felt like they were just like, oh, religion's kind of gone, and now it's having a real resurgence because everyone's so fucking depressed from everything. That is back, like, that's just old money, dude. They have their claws in society, and no matter when you think religion's gone, they're like, nah, this is just a hiccup. We're the old reliable. Trust me.
This was the plan.
You'll always be sad and looking for answers, and we'll pretend we have them. So come over,
Business is booming right now.
But also, we got rich too. The Irish people got rich. We never had money, and in the 90s, the government.
What happened there?
The government just made some good decisions, kind of. Well, we got rid of corporation tax, so all these companies moved to Ireland in the 80s. They set up all there, and then we made college free in the 80s. So we had all these. We had an IT boom, and then all these companies like Google and all these cunts moved to Ireland. So then that just created an economy, and then the global economy was just through the roof. So once you have money, God can go suck my dick. That's kind of how it works, you know. Once you have money, you're like, Jesus can fuck off. I have a car. I've got food. I don't need you. When you're poor as shit, you're like, sorry about that. Everyone in Africa with their kids are dying. They're like praying to some fucking holy guy to help them. When as soon as you have money, you're like, fuck off.
Yeah, if you gave him $10 million, you'd be like,
Yeah. Well, but you know, you've got so many rich cunts down here. The Texas, I keep saying cunts, and that means we're demonetized. So go nuts with whatever else you want to say.
Okay.
For some reason, you can't say cunt at all. You can have like a whole PC episode, but they're saying the word cunt is like demonetized.
But how do they know you're not from Europe?
Well, this is the issue. This is the truth of the issue.
Keeping the Europeans down, man.
What if my nickname is cunt? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know. And in theory, if I said the F word, we'll get demonetized, but you can say the F word and you won't get demonetized.
But how will they know?
They send out a guy.
Really? you gotta
the most exhausted YouTube employee.
Oh my God.
The slur regulator.
I've only got so many more loads to give.
He's got like 1 million Sky Miles, bro.
Yeah.
He's just flying all over the country.
You gotta pay for the right.
Bro, this guy's coming around and testing. He goes, I'm audited.
Yeah.
I'm doing your gay audit today.
Just pulls out his dick.
He's exhausted, bro.
Wow. Yeah, no, it is wild, man. It's the whole like cunt and faggot thing. It's like because we're demonetized right now, right?
For sure, we're already. It's too late. Yeah.
All right.
Go nuts. Go crazy.
Are you ever like 80% through like a great podcast or like I'm hitting all the marks and they go, fucking cunt and good time.
Goodbye, cunts, right at the end. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I haven't. It's just I used to get monetized back in the day, and then I just got way too many strikes against it. So now it's like I never get it anymore. But it wasn't even a lot, but it would add up to like it would cover like the cost of the production of the episode over the course of a month. It wasn't a whole lot, but it would mean something I could pay for more shit. But so I'm trying to maybe get it back again, but again, it's too much of a fucking.
Yeah, well, it's like how you gotta be a person.
You got to be a person, sure. But sometimes I'd rather just maybe not make a rape joke so that I can get an extra $600 a month to pay for someone to edit the clips for me.
That is,
you know, you gotta. It's like performing in Florida. You gotta pick your battles sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Save all the dirty stuff for the Patreon. That's what you should be doing.
And you have a Patreon?
I have a Patreon. Patreon.com/Colum Tyrrell. Go check it out.
Wow.
Only $1 a month, or you can get the year for $10.08.
that's a steal.
It's a goddamn fucking bargain.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, still not doing well. that's when you go, I'll lower the price to get more people in, and then you still don't do well. You go, oh, well, I'll pay you guys $1. I'm like one of those abandoned cities where they go, we'll literally pay you to move here because we have no one to come.
You turn yourself into Detroit.
Exactly. My Patreon's just in Detroit.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. You guys, with podcasts out here, it seems like there's only really Joseph. There's only really Anthony.
Like big names.
Yeah.
They have Tom Segura does
Segura kind of, but I feel like that's not even. Does that even feel like an Austin podcast, or is that just
no? But they have their studio here. I mean,
do.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, and then they got more Austin type people within YMH.
Yeah. But it seems like there's this big podcast, but there's not like a lot of like semi-size or something. You know? No. Is there any like smaller sizes they're getting?
Well, Some of This Is Bad is doing well. That's probably
Who's that?
It's the one that's filmed here. It's Dylan Carlino and Colton Dowling. They're like two comics here.
I know Colton's name. Yeah, I know. Long-haired guy, is he? Yeah, I think I met him. Yeah.
Yeah, they do it here, and they've been killing it. They have a comic who showed a picture of his dick on the podcast, and now he has like a pretty poppin' OnlyFans now. Like he was just a struggling comic.
Yeah.
And then he kind of joked about sending dick pics.
He has
and
a
they're
massive
like,
cock, does he?
They're like, oh, let's see it. And then he showed it.
What's his name?
His name's Kyle Dowdy.
Kyle Dowdy?
Yeah.
Nice. Shout out to Kyle Dowdy's cock.
Killing it, dude. Yeah. Killing it. He made like $5,000 off OnlyFans.
He makes a living now.
So he showed his cock on this pod.
Yeah.
Just as a joke.
As a joke. And then they were like...
Is it a very pretty cock?
And then,
I
guess so.
He doesn't show it. And that's the thing. He didn't show it, but he showed Dylan and Colton.
They reacted
and they were like,
to it.
whoa.
That's the best cock I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And then he goes...
And then I have OnlyFans now.
Right.
And if you want to see that cock...
He had already set up the OnlyFans?
No, he did after.
Because of the reaction.
Yeah.
People kept hitting him up. And then he was like, all right, I'll do an OnlyFans.
Gay guys, right? I'm guessing?
Huh?
Right?
Yeah, mainly gay guys and some women.
Some women want to see the cock?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's... Curiosity kills.
Can you imagine
a girl now apparently that was a fan of the show that saw the cock thing, and now they're dating. Like he got a girlfriend off it now.
So
he's making like thousands of dollars and got a girl now.
Man, we're all
we're doing it the wrong way, Colum.
But you just never know. Sometimes an opportunity falls on your lap.
Yeah.
We're all just. It's like that fucking image of the guy who's digging for gold, you know, and he gives up, and he turns out he's like 1 inch away.
Yeah.
And we're all just 1 inch away from starting an OnlyFans.
We're a cock length away from getting in there. Yeah, I mean he made $5,000 this month.
What?
Got a girlfriend now.
I'll show cock. But it's got to be almost like we'll hit a goal, I'll show cock.
Right.
I'll show cock. But it's a goal of I got to have to get to a certain monitor.
But that's what separates him and you, Colum. You can't have that mentality going in because the cock god knows who's trying and who's not. You got to not try.
Yeah, but mine is like, hey guys, come over to the OnlyFans. You'll see cheek. I'll show you cheek.
Okay.
I'll show you graphic ass. I'll do that on my Facebook if they want. I'll show graphic asshole. I do not feel graphic I do not feel vulnerable about showing graphic asshole at all. But the dick and balls, all right, how about this? As soon as we get to $5,000 a month, I'll show balls, and then how about I just show balls and I do like funny things, like little googly eyes and
draw
shit.
faces. Yeah, that's good. Maybe mustache.
It's like it's no more embarrassing than in a fucking Chase commercial. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, what's the difference here?
See, but that OnlyFans is for straight guys. Like, oh, look at Colum doing funny show with his balls.
They might enjoy it. Gay guys might enjoy that too.
I don't think so.
No, well, listen, you're the expert. Right?
No, I'm just want to get you set up if you're doing this.
Yes, yeah, just to see what you want me to make the most amount of the money.
They want it to be sexual.
I did years. I was thinking years ago when webcams first started off, before OnlyFans kind of. I was like, what if you were like, you gotta have a thing, you gotta have a hook, right?
Right.
And so I was thinking being like the condiment kid.
Okay.
So I would wear like a gimp mask, and then I would like just cover myself in like ketchup or mustard or something, and I'd like rub myself in a little
Slip
like
and slide
little
mayo.
kiddie pool type of thing full of sauces, and then I would like kind of like whack off or something. And I think that would be goddamn popular.
That would be popular.
I truly think that would be, just on the law of averages with the world.
It'd be so funny to cover.
There's not many people into it, but who are into it are paying a lot.
Yeah.
And then I'd have like a tub of mustard that has to be. We have to get a certain donations for the mustard to come out, and they all have to build to the mustard, build to the mustard,
build to the mustard.
I think this is maybe this is a dream of mine, but I think it could have worked.
No, it's solid idea.
Now the problem is, if the condiment kid ever comes out, everyone's gonna go, Colum, let's call him. Yeah.
You might speak it into truth, brother.
I could do.
I like Colum the condiment.
Well, this is my always argument about how I think sex work isn't real work. Right? And I was like, it is work. It's like, I guess, you know what I mean?
Right.
Are you paying taxes? Like, I don't know what the definition. But men will sit around like dreaming of like having an OnlyFans and selling toe pics to fucking Indian men. You know what I mean? Like, we sit around going, imagine if I could just like fart into a jar and sell it to some creep in Arizona.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we dream of, that job like it's the lottery.
I'm going to be honest, I don't even think about it because I don't even think it's a possibility.
That's the thing.
That's what's crazy.
It's almost like such a fucking...
it's not even in the realm of possibility.
I truly don't blame any chicks for just fingering themselves on camera. Like, go crazy. Earn it while you can. Go nuts.
Yeah.
Go earn, if you're earning 100.
Break it in.
It's sad if you do it. It is sad because a lot of people go, I'll just do OnlyFans, and then they can't even get $100 together.
Yeah.
And then you go,
yeah,
that's when you quit. But
no sadder than me in fucking Greensboro, Carolina. If I gotta tell you that, that's the equivalent.
I'm
the equivalent of a fucking chick who started on OnlyFans, bro.
Yeah. I feel like the best way to do it is like where Kyle did it, where it's like people are begging for it, and then you start it, and then you're making money. But you don't want to be like
you don't want to build up.
No, you don't want to start out with nothing. You know,
you want to go in hot.
Yeah, that's not what you want. Yeah.
But here's the funny thing now is with the way a lot of these chicks have, they discovered a way to do promo content without, like, it's kind of slutty-ish, but it's not. It's like still, you know. So like
PG-13.
Yes. So, but they'll figure out a way to be like, no, this is sort of just me. I'm just cooking. I'm just frying eggs, and they're like bouncing. They're like trying to fry eggs, and the whole time they're like this with their tits shaking. And then you're like, okay, now you've got me into the.
That's my entire Instagram feed. Is those. Well, no, like those pre, you know, it's like, I know what you're doing here. I know you're hammering this tire.
Yes.
Not because you wanted to see people hammering a tire. You wanted to look sexy.
Yes, exactly.
And then lead me to your link tree.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
The
spicy link.
Yeah.
Spicy link available on a different page.
That's right.
Is it a guy or a girl hammering the tire?
It's a chick.
Wow.
Yeah, but you fucking. I'm not.
But I'm like, damn, I'm gonna watch gay porn.
You don't have that. You
the algorithm's missing your ass. They don't even know what you're into, bro.
It hits me from all directions.
Crazy.
How do we get them?
They just trying the best. Yeah, but you don't have the pussy fog. That we that we get distracted. You
I do.
Guys, oh, you do?
Yeah,
you get it?
I do.
It gets you a little?
Yeah.
For sure. Why not?
I don't have the pussy fog, but it's fascinating.
Yeah, we get duped. I even saw, even though there's even sometimes there's chicks that aren't even like, they're not even like slutty about it, but they're just hot chicks.
Yeah.
And then they're like, I'm going to show you the best places to eat in New York City. And I'm just like, oh yeah, I love eating. And then I realized, oh no, she has massive tits.
Yeah, I love. She's like,
yeah, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah.
But my girl gets mad. She's like, why does your algorithm have that? I'm like, I'm telling you, they know that I like women. That's the thing. I'm not even watching the.
There's a theory that the algorithm will know your sexuality before you might even. Because like when you're young and you're scrolling, and the next thing you know, you come across like some dude, like some chiseled dude, you'll stop and hover, and then you scroll on, and then the algorithm's like, got one.
Yeah.
Fucking.
It's scary because at times like exactly how long you're looking at something.
Yeah, so he starts to realize, well, but all my algorithms all just fucking fucking roided up dudes at the gym calling me a pussy. Like my whole algorithm is just roided up dudes going, "Did you get on it today? You fucking loser!" And I'm like, "I am a loser." And then it's just 20 guys on steroids calling me a bitch. That's like my whole algorithm.
And then when they get your self-esteem nice and low, then they bring in the tits.
As a reward dessert.
Hook, line, sinker.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm trying to get off the porn, actually. I've got all porn blocks. I've got everything. I'm trying to get
What app are you using? You Opal or something?
On the web, on the desktop, I just have some sort of Chrome extension bullshit. And then on my phone, I've got a thing called One Sec, which just blocks all, like, it blocks all
like
porn,
anything,
porny stuff.
even like deep cleavage, it's gone.
Deep cleavage?
Like what is it blocking really?
I don't know, but I'll search deep cleavage on Google now.
Oh no, I guess I meant like preemptive,
no,
like
it won't block stuff on on the apps like Instagram and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, see that's.
But it will stop me from going on Pornhub.
Yeah, that's what used to like. I feel like drive me in is that it would be like the
deep
algorithm
cleavage would get you.
I feel like the algorithm would show me like some hot chick, and I'd be like, man, I could jerk off today, and then the next thing you know, I'm jerking off to porn.
Yeah, no, look, I googled deep cleavage, and it's coming up as images if I Google deep cleavage, but it says, look, safe search filtering is on. So how do I blur explicit images, filter, help filter out explicit. Same thing. Damn it. But then again, like any fucking almost like addict, you find a way to just fucking You just find a way to just. Do you know what they have on YouTube? There's free porn on YouTube.
Is it?
Yeah, they do it as it's called. You can have this, fellas. It's called Try On Haul, HAUL. So it's like a girl trying on new clothes, right? So this is what they learned was. So they go, it's like bikini haul, and then they like some chick just putting on bikinis and going, yeah, I got this in fucking, in H&M, and it's like see-through lingerie and stuff like that.
Wow.
So it's literally them just like putting on clothes.
They always find loopholes, man. On Instagram, they got the breastfeeding thing because it was like, oh, it's educational.
They have a breastfeeding thing?
Yeah.
Is it a fake baby?
Because, yes, there's like OnlyFans girls that like have their tits out, and then they're like,
of course,
like squeezing their titty, and then they'll put like a baby doll.
And we just impulse buy it.
It's educational.
Dude,
it's like just a loophole titty on Instagram.
Yeah, and men have such that fucking shit that's running through our brain. It's like impulse buying fucking M&Ms when you're standing in line at CVS. You're sort of just, I'm on Instagram to like wish my friend a happy birthday, and next thing you know, I'm fucking paying for some horse fucking OnlyFans. The OnlyFans I've only ever really dipped into. I've dipped into the OnlyFans just when if it's someone I know.
Yeah.
Like if it's a comic, I'm just like, I got it. I gotta support my friend. I gotta support the struggling comic.
The amount that I've supported Karen Feehan from afar.
Really? I'm usually blocking her shit, dude. I'm trying to see less of that.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, shout out to Karen, friend of the show.
What up?
Shout out to Karen Feehan. Very generous with all our whore money that comes in.
Yeah, I mostly just try to block it. I don't want to like be like scrolling through my feed, then my girl like overlooks my shoulder and it's Karen Feehan tanning or something. I'm like,
I have loads. Actually, I just have like, even if you're like mildly attractive chick, I'm just like, I just have them muted.
I know.
Sorry.
Yeah, I gotta mute them. Yeah,
get out of here.
I mute them.
Devil.
Yeah.
Devil.
Sin.
Here's my thing. If you're prettier than you are funny as a comic, you're out. Which is all of them. You find me one the exception to the rule, but which is all of them. But if you are funnier than you are good looking, I'll keep you around because even if you're ugly, you'd be a fucking, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're hot, you really gotta earn it.
Yeah, you gotta
in order to be a respected comedian.
Yeah. I feel bad for fucking hot chicks almost in a way. No, I don't. Fuck them. They get it so easy.
That's what they want you to think, Colum.
They go, hey, you don't know what it's like to be fucking brought on the road by a headliner immediately. You have no idea. They threw me in the deep end.
You don't know what it's like, Colum. I've been doing comedy for over 18 months.
I'm no rookie, okay?
That's so funny.
Okay, well, similarly,
yes,
would you guys go on the road with like a creepy, super famous gay comic that was like flirting with you the whole time?
Nah, I don't know. When I was younger,
it'd have to be really worth it. Like, it'd have to be crazy worth it.
Are you? Yeah, you trying to figure out how to when you're famous?
Yeah. I'm setting it up for the long con.
I don't know.
The long.
It depends on who the the thing is. You know, like Tim Dillon, gay guy, also like almost like a secret gay guy like yourself, not like fucking flaming, right? He brings a lot of young boys on the road with him, but he's not creepy with them at all. You know what I mean? But I think I'd imagine a lot of these younger boys would be like, "Uh-oh, is he gonna try?" But
right.
He's not like that at all. So I guess you gotta.
Is it like an arm candy thing?
I think I don't know. Yeah, he just likes the company of these fucking 20.
Or it's just bringing comics on the road, CJ.
I know, I was joking. I was kidding.
Yeah, he has an eye for young talent too. But he's not a creepy guy at all. Like in any world, of all the people that you'd never expect to be fucking Me Too, it would have been Tim. And then it's like I think he's too angry about politics or something. He's like doesn't even want to fuck. Like that. But I don't know. I guess I would probably play the game of be flirty with some fucking headliner and try to like give the illusion of maybe fucking might fuck him. Maybe I don't know. It's hard to imagine.
I think it would have to be the money would have to outweigh the creepiness.
Here's the thing too about these creepy fucking. I gotta see where we're playing.
Yeah.
Is it a Boinkers in Florida?
I'm not that hot, so I'm going on the road with Andy Dick later this month. I'm going with the Andy Dick to the Chuckle Bucket.
The crazy Chuckle Hut. Yeah. I guess we'd have to weigh it up, but I'd like to believe that I wouldn't just compromise my integrity for this stuff. But at the same time, it's an opportunity. I think mostly though. Also, I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like gay dudes can kind of just. If you're kind of a successful gay dude, you're probably just getting fucking dick anyway. So you don't really need to coerce some fucking open micer or whatever to come on the road. You're just like you're flush with it. Whereas it's actually the creepy liberal fucktards are actually usually the creepiest headliners. There's this comedian. I don't remember which one, but he's one of the Indian ones. So whatever. I guess I'm the bad guy in this story. But he used to bring. I honestly couldn't tell you which one, but one of them.
Yeah.
And he would bring young comics on the road. He's like, like Brooklyn liberal guy. And then they would show up and then be like, "Oh, I don't know what happened with the agent. I guess we got to share a room tonight." It was always like this. Always happening that we happen to share a room type of thing.
And then they tweet about microaggressions. And
then meanwhile he's just like Trump is the devil.
That's so funny.
Everything they put out to the world is about how the men needs to be better,
and holier than thou.
Yes,
it's like priests, but
exactly. Yeah. I've always got a disdain for anyone that comes across because that's just how I was raised by my dad too. Anyone that comes across as like the goody two shoes fuckhead, it's usually some
evil
some
shit.
sort of brand, or at least be very, very, very skeptical of those guys because it's not. They're usually something.
Yeah,
they're usually covering for something. It's usually the person who's like, "I'm a piece of shit. I have herpes." He's probably a nice guy.
He's probably decent.
He's probably a semi.
It's like with like Brian Holtzman. It's like he says the worst shit humanly imaginable on stage. Nicest guy I know.
Yeah.
Overtly nice.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then the guy that's like, I went and I got an ice cream cone, and then and it's like that guy has raped and killed. I want to hear 1,000 people.
I want to hear the rest of the bit.
No, it's one I made up.
You went and got an ice cream cone. And, isn't it the worst when you get ice cream and starts running down your fingers?
Well, it's like
not bad.
Whatever it is,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the old Bill Cosby sort of.
Right, exactly.
You drop the pill in the drink. What's he up to? Is he still rocking around?
He's got a new podcast with Hannah Berner, I think. No, I don't know.
So funny. Hannah Berner interviewing him on the street.
Yeah, I don't know.
So what's your biggest red flag? Red flag. Hannah Berner and Bill talking about redemption and stuff. Yeah, that's so funny.
Hey, I was thinking about like things because I'm trying to do more non-comedy stuff. Because the more I like do comedy,
I think
your
act is good enough.
Hey, oh come on, man!
Come on now.
Come on, go.
We're in Texas now. The guns are out.
You got it down.
Now go on. Yeah.
I'm trying to do more non-comedy stuff because I'm doing to that point. It's like if I'm doing comedy every night, what kind of life am I actually talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where am I pulling the shit from? So, is there anything non-comedy you do to like be a person?
It's so funny you come on the pod and you've asked so many questions for me. You're the question
sorry.
guy. No, it's not. It's just I'm a bad interviewer, I guess. What do I do at non-comedy shit? I've got a fiance.
That helps.
Yeah, she keeps me fucking grounded in reality, kind of. I think. I do that. What I do? I try to go hiking and shit like that. That's kind of it. But like, here's the problem with comedians do that type of stuff where it's like, I need to experience stuff to get bits. That is true, but you shouldn't be focused on stand-up all the time either, because it's kind of just, so your job, it's one part of you, it's not your whole life. But I think if you intentionally go into a situation where it's like, I'm not going to this funeral, I might get a bit out of it. You know what I mean?
That's also crazy.
If you go searching for a bit, it's kind of nuts. But you should be experiencing as much as you can.
Do you go when you go on the road, or do you like doing stuff outside of the
it depends on the spot. If it's a good city, I'll feel obligated. I have to go do some shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's peaceful when you show up somewhere and you're like, is there anything to do? And they go, absolutely not. And you go, thank God.
Yeah.
Because now I'll just fucking whack off in the hotel room.
Yeah, just chill.
I try to go hiking as much as I can on the road. If I'm not boozing, I booze and then I sleep all day. But whatever. Listen, honestly, if you won't make any money, but if you want to come on the road with me sometime, just pick out a weekend. I'll fucking, you're more than welcome.
Fuck yeah, man. Thanks.
Anytime. Really feel the cold ends of the of the ladder. You know? We'll sell some stickers after. Maybe that'll get us dinner.
Yeah.
What are you thinking of getting into?
I don't know. Right now, I'm on a gay kickball league.
Gay kickball league?
Yeah, gay kickball league.
That seems like fun.
Yeah.
When do you do that?
Saturday mornings.
So it's just a Saturday morning commitment?
Yeah, just Saturday morning.
That sounds
commitment.
Great.
Yeah.
I'd love to do some fucking team bullshit.
Yeah, something like that.
You all go for brunch after and get fucked up then?
Yeah.
Skip the game.
Yeah.
I'll see you at the bar.
Yeah, it's not about the game. Yeah, it's really about the afters. And then, I don't know, just trying to, like, the older I get, the more like, God, I gotta have like a hobby or do something that's not comedy related. To like kind of like you say, you got your fiance. She keeps you grounded.
Yeah, she's kind of yeah. That's.
I'm up in the clouds, Colum.
No, you're just locked in with the bits.
You're
just all day just thinking about jokes, right?
Yeah.
You gotta get out.
Yeah,
you gotta get out.
Gotta get out of the think box.
Yeah. Well, the thing about the fiance is that she like. I remember when the Louis C.K. shit came out, and it was like the biggest news story in stand up, and I was like, oh my God, this Louis C.K. stuff is crazy, right? Like, and then she's like, who's that? I was like,
yeah.
It's like one of the most famous comedians. She's like, oh yeah. And then I showed her photos. She's like, maybe, yeah. And I was like, oh, this is not even, like, didn't even come into her world. And I go, oh yeah, because in stand-up we're all like, this is how it is, and everyone thinks about this. That's what happens with the scenes too, you know what I mean? You build up your little reputation in your scene as a good guy, and you kind of feel like, that's just like transferable across. It's like a fucking driver's license across the thing. And then you like, so I'll show up here and they're like, we can squeeze you in at 2 a.m. in between the midget and the whatever. And I'm like, I play the cellar, you assholes. But it's like every scene has their like, that doesn't mean anything here.
Yeah.
That means nothing to us, you know?
That's so true.
Yeah, so that's kind of the way she is, like with that stuff. And then all the women were complaining about Louis, and she was like, I don't know, if someone's jerking off on the phone, you should just hang up, I think, maybe. That was like her mentality. He was like, I think I would hang up, you know. And I was like, yeah, fair enough. What do you do outside of stand up? Do you do anything to keep the fucking?
I do, yeah. I try to do activities. I mean, they got
hell yeah.
They got I try to do something fun. I mean, I tried to do fishing. I was like pretty good at it. I felt like I was better at it in Louisiana for some reason. I don't know, maybe because I was on a boat, but. Yeah, I tried like dock fishing, and I was like trash at it. Just couldn't. It was too windy. My pole sucked or something. Line kept getting tangled. I just felt like
you
a
gotta go
complete
out with
asshole.
fucking.
I went with Dean, and I just felt like I wasn't.
Was
even,
Dean catching Everton and you were fucked?
I was just like Dean was like untangling my thing the whole time. I was like, I'm not gonna come out again. I think I'm just never gonna come out ever again.
Go out.
Sorry.
Gardini fishes all the fucking time.
Yeah, he invited me last time. Yeah, I was just like, I don't know. I'm bad at it. But I do. There's like a bunch of comics who go do yoga sometimes, or sometimes do that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have that much hobbies, really. I play guitar, but my problem is, like, the hobbies that I like, I am alone. So then it's not really, like, I'm not doing...
I get it, yeah.
So, like, the guitar is cool. Like, it's a cool outlet. You know, it's fun to just, like, create something else. It's not jokes or whatever, but then it's just, like, you know, you're just alone. But I tried to.
Lonely boy, huh? You're really painting yourself as a real lonely loser here, but
I do yoga.
I can't fish.
I mean,
I gave fishing a go. I got hurt. It's like a woman who got hurt dating one time.
That's the thing.
I didn't quite work out, so I'm off the apps. That's the way he described it.
I have a girlfriend.
I gave fishing a go, but I just had a couple of bad dates.
Hey, Jesus! I have a girlfriend. That's fun. I try to stay.
Comedian.
She keeps me in the line. No.
Hell yeah. Get the fuck away.
Hell no. She keeps me in between the lines, though. I feel like you say, grounded.
Yeah.
Because there's so many times. I told Dylan there's so many times where I just like have a bad set. I do this. I have like a fucking dude. I feel like I like have Tourette's whenever I have a bad set. I'm like at home and I'm like just in the middle of cooking dinner after a bad set, and I'm just like, that's like, fuck this, dude. And she's like, what's wrong? I'm like, just everything. I don't know. It's like I just keep saying stuff, and she's like, "What's going on?"
And then everything else after you have a real bad set, and then especially if you've got like a little gap or something, you know what I mean? And you got like 2 days to sit in that fucking shit, and then suddenly everything around you, you're just like fucking. You're looking at your wife, or going, "You're ugly as fuck." You're just everything around you. You're looking at your money. You're like, fucking fuck this, fuck.
Oh yeah.
Then you have a great set. You're just like, man, I look good. I fucking.
My
wardrobe is great. My wife is beautiful. I'm wealthy, not rich, but I'm wealthy. And
my poor girlfriend has to deal with that.
When you have that bad gap, though, man, like I'll go to the coffee shop and I'll be like, I'll look at a barista who doesn't know me. I'm like, you hated that I acted Japanese last night. So what if I acted Japanese?
Yeah, I had a rough one recently. But it was my own fault because I was away for the weekend. I did a show on Wednesday, bombed my dick off, and I didn't have another spot because I was like away for the weekend, like on a holiday, and then for like the next Tuesday. So I literally just had to sit in 6 days of me just fucking depressed and miserable, and like I had a bad set. Like people were booing me.
What?
Yeah, it was just one of those.
What'd you do? How'd you get
were
booed?
they booing because of what you were saying?
Yeah, they were booing because I was bombing and what I was saying.
You must have snapped on them.
I didn't even snap. I was just trying to do some edgy jokes.
Oh, see, I snap.
They didn't. I often snap, but I'm like I snap too much. But then at one point, and I've talked about this on the pod so many times recently, but it's someone shouted. She goes, "If I had a tomato, I would throw it at you." And I was bombing too, and I went, "Oh yeah." All right.
Oh man.
Calm down. Or something. I don't know what I said.
Just the worst comeback ever.
I was like, "Oh yeah." Okay. I had nothing. I was fumbling. I was bombing. It was like just one of those horrible. Hey, listen, we got to wrap it up. But everyone, check out Dylan Sullivan, CJ Landry.
Yes.
On Instagram, we'll be linked in the stuff. Go check out their comedy. Really good stand-up comedians. Really flying the flag for Austin down here. And whatever.
Yeah, thanks for having us, man.
Take it easy, guys. Bye.
Colum.
All right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the episode. As you know, at the end of every episode, we do a questions from the Patreon segment. We didn't have these questions ready for the boys, so I'm just going to answer one of these questions now. If you want to get your questions answered, you got to join Patreon. Patreon.com/Colum Tyrrell. You get an extra episode every single week. It's absolutely solo. Also, if you're looking around and you're just sort of noticing I'm in a very unique place. I just moved house. So that's where I am. This is the basement now. I'm so turning this into a studio the best I can. So have a little patience if the audio is not up to your standards. All right, I appreciate you guys all tuning in. Shout out to the 1008, and obviously go follow Dylan and CJ. Where were we? Here's a question, and it's very fitting. This comes in from Pablo Pilbar. Should I move with my GF to a house in the suburbs? Living in the city I love. Am I crazy to move because she wants a house? Well, as you can tell, I literally just moved to the suburbs myself. I love New York. New York is a place, though. It's like you go in your 20s and your 30s, and then in your 40s you fuck off. That's why the things that make New York great are also the things that kind of make it shitty, you know? There's no one really from here. Sure, there's people from New York, but they're not from... Most people aren't from New York. You grow up in a shitty town, shitty village. You have ambition. You like flossing. So you move to New York to be around other people similar to you. And then you work and work and work, and you struggle to save money. But, you know, by the time you're 40, you're earning loads of money. You have your kids. They're growing up. You don't want them to get stabbed by a Puerto Rican every time they go down to the corner store for milk. Do you know what I mean? So you gotta you pack up and then you get out of here. That's what you do. City life ain't. Are you rich? Truly though, are you rich? If you're talking bang for your buck, dollar to dollar, get out of these cities. The cities are fucking horrible. Don't you have a little Ted Sadinsky? Who was the Unabomber? Ted something? Zelensky. But don't you want to get out there? Maybe suburbs are worse. Maybe in the city it's dirty and it's nasty, but it's you can see it. You can see the danger in front of you. When you're out here in white America and everyone's like bringing in the recycling. Hey Tom, I see your tomatoes are blooming. Maybe there's a little bit of evilness in there too. At least if there's a homeless man puking in your garden in New York, you know, you see it, you're aware of it, you know there's cockroaches around, you know there's rats around. The suburbs could be even more mind blowing. I don't know. At the end of the day, you gotta weigh up the options here. Stay in New York or wherever the fuck you are to please your chick, or move to the suburbs or vice versa. You stay in New York or wherever the fuck you are for yourself, or you move to the suburbs for her. I think you gotta weigh up how much has she already sacrificed for you. You know, if it's her doing everything for you, you may have to pick your battles here. But if it's already a situation where you just do everything for her anyway, tell her to fuck off. But I do think in this world, the amount of money you're spending on rent and or other shit in the city, there's got to be some sort of a reckoning soon. There's going to be some sort of apocalyptic level recession. I think there's going to be bread lines. I think there'll be fire falling from the sky. There just can't be a situation where the poorest people in the world, homeless, drug addicts, have iPhones. You know what I mean? We all have shit, but we're all broke. It doesn't even make sense. No one has any money, but we're going to Buffalo Wild Wings and we're going to have a fucking couple of pictures of Bud Light. Like, it doesn't make sense. Everything is a subscription. Prices are going through the roof. There's something around the corner. And then I think you'd like to be out in the burbs. Somewhere where you can park your fucking tank. Literally like a tank. I'm not saying tank you. I'm saying a tank. So you can blow up the rival gangs that when they come to loot your water and steal your kids. Maybe being in the suburbs, get yourself a little bunker. Get yourself some rations. Because something's coming. Something is bubbling. The have and the have-nots. Because it's not even the have and the have-nots. It's the have and the have-less. And there's something doesn't make sense about what the fuck is going on. So get out to the burbs. Don't stop there. Head up to the woods. Head up to Oregon. Find yourself in the fucking woods with a bunch of booby traps around your house. And leave your wife. Leave your kids. get a shotgun and a pocket pussy, and then just live your life. Read some fucking Hemingway in the woods, and get the New York Post delivered to you once a month. I don't know. There's way too much context needed for me to give any real advice for this. But listen, that's the end of the podcast. Appreciate it. Don't forget, follow the fellas. Come see me on the road. Patreon.com. Thank you. Bye-bye.